Signs that say you're in high IQ. There's a strange kind of loneliness that comes from noticing too much. You walk into a room, and within seconds you can feel the tension between people. You notice fake smiles, small changes in tone, the way someone suddenly acts different around certain people. And sometimes you wish your brain would just stop analyzing everything. Because while everyone else seems relaxed, your mind keeps collecting patterns. You overthink conversations hours later. You replay moments most people forget instantly. You feel mentally exhausted around loud people. And slowly you start wondering, why does my brain work like this? What if some of these habits aren't anxiety at all? What if they're signs of a highly observant mind? But the interesting part is not what high IQ people know, it's what they notice. Problem deep dive. Most people think intelligence looks obvious. Good grades, fast answers, talking confidently. But psychology research paints a much quieter picture. Highly intelligent people often spend more time inside their own heads. Not because they want to, because their brains process more information automatically. Your mind notices tiny inconsistencies. Someone says they're happy, but their energy feels distant. A friend says, "I'm fine," but their eyes avoid contact for half a second too long. Your brain stores these moments, even when you don't want it to. This is why intelligent people often feel mentally tired after social situations. The brain is constantly predicting, analyzing, comparing. And over time, this changes the way you see people. You stop listening only to words. You begin watching behavior. That's why many highly observant people become quieter as they grow older. Not because they have nothing to say, because they've realized how much people reveal unintentionally. And this can become isolating. You may struggle to trust people quickly. You may feel disconnected in conversations that feel shallow. You may even think something is wrong with you because your brain never seems to switch off. But there's an important psychological reason for this, and understanding that reason changes everything. Reframe. You are not broken for thinking deeply. Many high-awareness behaviors are actually adaptations. The brain learns to scan environments carefully when it believes information matters. In psychology, this is connected to heightened pattern recognition. Your brain becomes sensitive to emotional signals, contradictions, and social changes. Think of the mind like a radar system. Most people's radar scans only obvious signals, but highly observant people often detect subtle emotional frequencies. Tiny shifts, micro-reactions, changes in behavior. The problem is, when the radar never stops scanning, the brain also struggles to relax. This is why intelligent people are often prone to overthinking. Their brains are designed to keep searching for meaning, not because they enjoy stress, because prediction is one of the brain's main survival tools. The smarter the brain becomes at prediction, the harder it becomes to ignore possibility. And this leads to one of the clearest signs of high intelligence. You don't just react to situations, you mentally simulate them before they happen. Psychological mechanism. Here's what's happening inside the brain. Your mind is constantly building internal models. A mental model is simply the brain's way of predicting outcomes. Imagine your brain like a chess player. Most people focus only on the current move, but highly analytical minds instinctively think 3 or 4 moves ahead. How will this person react? What happens if I say this? Why did their tone suddenly change? This process heavily involves the prefrontal cortex. That's the area linked to planning, decision-making, self-awareness, and pattern analysis. At the same time, the brain's default mode network becomes active. This network activates during deep reflection and internal thinking. It's why your mind keeps replaying conversations in silence. And there's another interesting effect. Highly observant people often experience stronger cognitive empathy. Not emotional empathy, cognitive empathy. That means your brain becomes skilled at understanding what people are thinking or hiding. You start reading pauses, expressions, behavior changes, and eventually people begin feeling predictable. But there's a downside. When the brain constantly analyzes people, it can create emotional exhaustion because your attention is always on. So that's all for the video. Thanks a lot for watching. Like, leaving, and subscribe our channel too, man. Because we won't meet again.